Come here then. Come on. Hi, y'all. How's it going? I got puppy hair in my lip gloss. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Puppy hair in my lip gloss. Okay, you're gonna lick all my makeup off my face. I'm gonna look like a fool on YouTube. I am. People are already clicking away. They are. Nobody's showing up for our live. Look at that. Look at who we've got. And we're missing everybody. Yeah, Ryan, look at who we've got. Hi, Cordy. How are you? Oh my goodness, Bubba. It always occurs to me to clean off my camera after I turn it on. How are you doing, Cordy? Okay, enough, enough, enough. Thank you. Hi, Janelle. How are you? Good to see you guys. What's new and different in your world today? I had a lovely time watching Natalie this morning, and I watched Poe this morning, and then I watched Reese this afternoon. I have had a lovely day. I've done a little bit of analysis, Cordy. I am doing relatively well. I had my treatment today, and it's taken most of the day for me. So I'm gonna have to, no, that's enough of that. I'm gonna have to work on my paper after the live is done, but I didn't want to do a live as late as I did last night again, 2 nights in a row. I thought that was a little much. A little much. So that's what's going on there. I I had a talk with a friend who has been going through a pretty significant crisis all by themselves without anyone. Did I write? I did not write yet today, Janelle. I did not. I did I did spend some time looking at the analysis and coming up with some angles to make the analysis, so I'm feeling more equipped to go in and write what I want to write. I hadn't really dived. I hadn't dove into. I needed to dive into the data and get a good idea of what angle I was going to take for analyzing the data. But I think I have a good idea what that is now and what I can say. I think. Thank you, Cordy. Thank you. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. It's been a difficult time for this friend, and they haven't felt like they've had anybody to talk to about it. I made some notes with pen and paper, Janelle. I wrote on the papers. Made some notes with pen and paper about the data. and what was interesting and where it was interesting and why. Um, what's interesting about the data is most of the research says most of the research says that greetings happen in an A B exchange. So one person says something and then the next, and then they trade back and forth. Um, and that's what happened in most of. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you for the reward unicorn. That's lovely. In most of the greetings, in the set of greetings I analyzed, in most of those greetings, that is the way it worked. It was A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. But in 2 or 3 of the greetings, the camera was turned on to the greeting. And I don't know how to integrate that third party. So it's doing something that is not seemingly according to the data, to the research, rather. It's doing something that is not seemingly in line with the research. And my professor said that's okay if I am having findings that are outside of the research. So that's good. That means I've got an angle because I'm talking in the literature review, I'm talking about breaking the fourth wall and how breaking the fourth wall affects viewership and um, affects viewers, affects engagement, affects trustworthiness, all of those things. So even now, if I didn't write enough notes, hopefully, Janelle, that'll be enough notes for me to listen to, that I can reconstruct the argument that I'm making. How's that? How's that? I need to use dictation software more often. I bet you I would be happier if I did. You're always C. Right. How do you get there? Yeah. There is another interesting greeting set where it's A B A, what is it? It's A B C A B A B. So that C insertion is almost like C doesn't exist. It's very, very strange. It's very, very, very strange. You used to use dictation software? Hold, please. I just got a ding. I think Gmail found it important to tell me that I was live, which is ever amusing. Tell my friend to make a junk journal, therapeutic and gets things off your chest with positively. That's what you've done. Okay, Cordy, I will tell them to make a junk journal. Janelle, did you quit using the dictation software or did it work for you? Did you find? You like using a recorder and then playing it back and transcribing from that. The verbal flow is smoother. Interesting. I avoid hearing the sound of my own voice. How did you get over that hurdle? Because that hurdle is one that I've found is pretty pretty significant for me. What do you guys think of this blush? I got this new blush. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's even really showing up on me. Hmm. Susan, howdy. Howdy, howdy. Cordy, sleep well. It was really nice to see you. I'm glad I came on a little earlier so we got to spend a few minutes with you. It's always nice to see you. Janelle, I know. I know you guys, I know. I know you guys listen to me for hours and people rave about my voice. I'm not sure what it is. And Janelle, that's what I've thought about, stopping to correct the transcription software. Mhm. I do have one transcription software that records and transcribes simultaneously and keeps them side by side. So if you have a question, you've got the recording of the transcription, and you can just click on the recording of the transcription and hear that specific part of the tape. Just do it. Vary the playback speed. That self-consciousness drops away. Yes, everyone feels a bit weird. Okay, Janelle. I'll try varying the playback speed. That's an interesting trick that never occurred to me. Hmm. Because I always play at 2x. I always play at 2x. So, hey, Paulo Enrique Rodriguez Vasconcelos. Paulo Enrique Rodriguez Vasconcelos. The goal isn't to record my speech, the goal is to create a written document. Yes, Janelle. Big Chief, it is so good to see you. It is so good to see you. I did it right, Paolo? I'm so happy. Yay! The goal is to create a written document. Yeah, that is true. Thank you, Paolo. Since you're here, I was just asking everybody about my new blush. That's why I got all fancy today. I'm not sure if I like the new blush or not. I don't know. Thank you, Janelle. I need I need editor coaching. Trust me. I need editor coaching. I just sent Janet, I just sent a long email. Oh, Big Chief, you flatter me. You boys and your flattery. Yeah, Janet. I just sent another email to Janet about how much um how much the editing sort of scares me, but I'm thinking that, Janelle, now that I've got an actual something from the data that I can actually show, that the rest of it is gonna come. What I haven't had up till now is a a story to tell from the data. Everybody has told me, "Just look at your data, and what you need to do will come out of your data." Problem being, I haven't had a story come out of the data, but I finally had a story come out of the data. So, that is good. That should make a big difference for me. 'Cause now I've got something to say about the data. I've been thinking a lot about neutrality. Sometimes no story coming is the story. Well, yeah, I mean, I think my instructor really gave me a bone when she said, "Carrie, the story can be that it doesn't line up with the data." Because I was so confused about the camera being addressed as a C in the AB sequence that, um you guys, my phone is dinging me left and right, and I don't know what it's about. Okay, I'm just dinging. Chica! Hola! How was dinner? How's tu hombre? Not mi hombre, tu hombre. Te hombre? Te hombre, it must be. Neutrality. And where to draw the line about neutrality because everybody has a different line about neutrality. Su hombre. Gracias, Big Chief. Su hombre. They had ham chops. You say tu hombre, and he is great. Okay, tu hombre. Dusty, I've been worried about you. I've been worried about you. I'm so glad you're back. Dusty got the boat running, y'all. Have you had it out yet, Dusty? Welcome back. Welcome back. It is good to see you. We were just going to get into the meat of this here discussion. I watched Poe today, and man, he was fired up. And I think that allegations and shade are allegations and shade, and that personality conflicts are personality conflicts. What about Carrie? Sorry, guys, I meant to warn you he was going to go off in a minute here. What about neutrality? Just neutrality in general. And if if it's even actually a thing, and if so, why is it important? Why why do we want a place that's a neutral corner? Is what I'm thinking and wondering. I have heard a lot about people's opinions, and I've been listening a lot to people's opinions. And I think what Poe has to say is pretty valid. What we're here for, ostensibly, me being part of SPTV, is to fight Scientology, where the receipts, yeah, I've got, I don't have receipts yet. I don't have receipts. And so I can't make a decision. There hasn't been any receipts. There haven't been any receipts. And so, um, until somebody shows me the receipts, it's a personality conflict. And it is not, let me make this really clear, y'all. I am not taking on the job of navigating and managing all of y'all's personality conflicts. That is not something we're doing here. When I talked to my friend today, fair and ethical, okay, I like that better. Because in reality, there is no such thing as neutral. Everyone has a bias. I like fair and ethical. I like receipts. I like um, process. Uh, due, I like I like due process generally, even though it seems unfair to take the time with due process. I think it's really important to separate the wheat from the chaff and not throw the baby out with the bathwater. That's what I think. I think in a rush to judgment, we may throw the baby out with the bathwater. and I don't know that that's useful or helpful or encouraging of participation. There are always going to be people who are attracted to the movement for the glitziness or for the protesting and who have styles of protesting. I won't herd cats. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You guys' personal relationships are all y'all's own business. Back to my friend. So I had this talk with my friend today who has been going through a very hard time with nobody to talk to about it. And so when we when we talked, she it was just kind of a brain dump. Everything came out all in one swell swoop. And I just felt terrible that they had been I thought that they had more support than they had, and I felt really bad that I hadn't called sooner because I thought they had support. Um, and they said that they didn't want to put their their hurt on anybody else. This is a place where you can come and tell us the story, and we will listen and support you. But I think it's important that that sort of a place be available for everyone in the community, that everybody has a neutral corner that they can come to. And so, not neutral, fair and ethical, a place that waits for the receipts. Um, it's important to have a huge diversity of thought and practice. You had to fire Cheryl today. She had an interview today and no mention of her Dusty. Aw, Dusty, who did she have an interview with? You're gonna fire up this chat, aren't you, Dusty? Make me change the subject. It's probably time I did. We are almost at 3,500 watch hours. I am starting to worry that I am gonna get to 4,000 watch hours before I get to 1,000 subscribers. So we gotta figure out some way to pull in, what do I need, like 50 some more subscribers, um, in the next month or so. Safe and accepting. Mhm. But I fear that what do we do if we get people from both sides in here? What if we have people who need the best word I can come up with is succor, Succor. Let me look it up and see what it means. Maybe Janelle knows off the top of her head. Assistance and support in times of hardship and distress. That's what we're about. Assistance and support in times of hardness and distress. Safe and accepting. But if we have people who are coming in needing that from us, how do we it is hard to set in the center between two. Cultology? What's cultology, Dusty? We gotta fire up this chat and make Natalie's cut. No talking bad about other streamers. I think that is an excellent rule. I think another rule is y'all don't come in my chat and say somebody else is live. I mean, don't come into my chat. Sucker. Exactly, Janelle. Sucker. Don't come into my chat and say somebody else is going live. You make my number counts drop. That's just not cool. And I know that that's been going on for other streamers quite a bit. I don't know that I've seen it a ton here, but don't talk bad about other streamers. We don't need to bring other streamers' drama and other personality conflicts into this chat, I guess is where it comes down to. I've just been thinking deep and hard about it today. Um, after listening to Poe and talking to my friend, um, how do you be supportive of people on oh yeah, I do have an email, Janelle. Here it is. You see it down there on the ticker at the bottom? You gotta watch out for the three N's in the an. Muchiro, sweetheart. I know you do, Dusty. I know you do, sweetie. Muchiro, how are you doing? It is so good to see you. It's been a long time. Everybody say hi to Muchiro. Muchiro comes by on occasion uh, and visits. You're really sick? I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm sorry you're sick. That's the worst. You got it, Janelle? So about 15 years ago, Dusty, you're gonna have to try again because that one I can't. No, I haven't noticed anybody do that in here, Janelle. I haven't, but I've heard it's happening. Yes, I am fine, Dusty. I am just fine. I am feeling better about my paper. Um, I'm a little down about my friend. We have enough to do here with our homework, fighting Scientology, and helping each other. Mhm. That's what I told my friend. I was like, "That's what I want our community to be, a place where she could have come and felt safe to tell her story and felt heard and listened to." So about 15 years ago, I got involved with an organization called Compassionate Listening, and what they believe deeply is that everyone has a story. Everyone has a story. And sometimes all that needs is um all that needs is for that story to be heard. And it can make a huge difference in a person's life just to let their story be heard. And they had, at the time, I'm not sure if they still do, but at the time they had regular delegations that went to Israel and Palestine. I'm sorry, Muchiro. I'm so sorry. Have you had it before, or is this your first time? Go to Israel and Palestine and engage with settlers, Palestinians, uh, on both sides of the conflict. And of course, this was 15 years ago, a long time ago in Israel and Palestine conflict land. I mean, that's eons and ages ago. But the thing that I got most out of that is listening to people's stories. Listening to people's stories makes a difference in the world. It makes a difference in the world to listen to people's stories. And so I want this corner joint to be a place. Okay, Dusty. I want this corner joint to be a place where you're very welcome, Moochiro, sweetheart. I'm really sorry. I'm glad it's not your first time, so at least you know what to expect. Truly listening is a gift, Chica, but it can be learned. It can be learned. And so, oh, I get why it's important. The reason that each side doesn't want succor provided to the other side is because it makes their enemies healthier. But you have to remember, we're not providing assistance to Scientology. We are all focused on the enemy of Scientology. and you got a ghost in your house? Is he busy turning the lights on and off for you? My vape is almost empty and I am gonna be sorry. We've got the shrimp bar all on one wall and a dessert bar all on a different wall. Do we have a movie queue list? He just bangs a lot. How old is your house, Muchiro? Do you live in a house or an apartment? You live with your parents, right, sweetheart? 100 years old. Wow. That's pretty cool. My house is probably 55 years old, which is hello, cat AC/DC fan. How are you this fine day? Have you received your mail yet? Shouldn't have come quite that quickly. The bangs scare you quite a bit? I am really sorry, Muchiro. I am really sorry. I guess I just want to keep being really clear and transparent about what my intention is for this space. It usually hangs around in your room. Do you know what it likes? Have you tried talking to it? Did not come today. Okay, well, we will hope for tomorrow, Cat. We will hope for tomorrow. I can't wait until it shows up. You don't know? Yes, you have tried talking to it. Okay. Yeah, isn't it nice to see Muchiro? Muchiro is sick with COVID, Cat. It's really terrible. Is school out for the season, Muchiro? Do you guys get summer vacation? So what else, guys? What else? I think I said it was lovely watching that. Poe was fired up. I missed Marilyn. It's active at 1 to 2 a.m. That's difficult, Muchiro. It was lovely to watch Reese. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Reese's internet to be up. Oh no, Muchiro. That's not good. Have you talked to your parents about this? I think you should talk to your parents about this. Um, it was so lovely. Oh, Feral Cheryl was on Cultology. I missed that. He doesn't really like you that much. Yeah, I think you should talk to your parents about that. That's where Dusty saw her and she didn't give him a shout out. Aha. I missed that. That must have been while I was doing my treatment. So for Reese, I really, really like, I can't wait until we get a tour of her new place. And I really, really like seeing he likes your mom and your little brother. How old's your little brother, Muchiro? You have told your mom? Okay, good. Good, Muchiro. And treatment went fine. I I'm still a little spacey this afternoon. That's probably why I didn't get much writing done. Um, that's a nice age. She doesn't believe you? Well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have any expertise in this area, Muchiro. I apologize. My best advice is to make friends with the ghost. That's what I've always tried. Either that or I've asked them politely to leave, and usually that works as well. Cat, my treatment went fine. Um, this new place is really efficient. Oh, good, Muchiro. She's gonna get a priest here into the house. Excellent. Um, the new place is much more efficient. I was a little early and they brought me in early. They start me right away. I don't have to sign myself out. I just take a lift home. It's going much easier. And next week will be my last once a week. So I'll go to every other week treatments. Um, so it went pretty well. Hey, hey, Jen, how are you doing? You missed Orion at the beginning. He wouldn't quit licking my makeup off my face. He is now asleep, curled up in the cat bed on the floor. He only likes the cat bed. I know I am 51 subscribers away from 1,000. I was talking about that earlier, Muchiro. I only need you guys 51 subscribers, and Muchiro, I need a little less than 500. I need about 500 watch hours. I am almost, let me see where I am. Hold on. Yep, I'm just over 3,500 hours. What's your bad news, Muchiro? I am just over 3,500 hours. So I give it another 3 weeks and we will hit 4,000 watch hours, but I have 51 subscribers, y'all. And no, Muchiro. Why are you quitting? Why are you quitting? Are you quitting because you're not getting any subscribers, sweetheart? I'm really sorry, Muchiro. I'm really sorry. It is hard to find people to like your channel. It's hard to find people to subscribe. It's hard to find people to show up. I don't know how you found my channel, Muchiro. You just happened upon it one day, I think. Um, so it's really hard. It's really hard to grow a channel, and I am still astonished, just astonished that two of you show up to hear me babble for 2 hours almost every day. Just astonished. And being almost I am so close, you guys. I am less than 500 watch hours away and less than 50 subscribers away from being fully monetized. You're surprised you don't get subs from the gaming community? Yeah. Upgrimmer, that's an interesting perspective, changing the presentation of your content, Moonshiro. Hey, hey, Miss Dawn Gloves, how are you? It's so good to see you. Apparently, I started an hour early this evening. How long is this live gonna go? Aw, Dawn. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh my goodness gracious. Dawn became a new member, you guys. She's a new bud. Dawn, you're a new bud. That's so cool. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. And yes, how did your hair turn out? Muchiro, I normally go for about 2 hours. Yesterday I was really late, so it's all about balance. Exactly. I was way late last night. Way late for me, and then I listened to most of Dawn as well, although I think I fell asleep during your live, Dawn. How did your hair turn out, Dawn? Lori! How are you doing? Definitely the 6 o'clock hour is closer to when you guys want to see me, which is not to knock the 5 o'clock hours. It is always a rolling cast of characters. Cricket, how are you doing, sweetie? It's good to see you. How do you become a member? Muchiro, are you on your computer or are you on an iPhone? It costs money to become a member, Muchiro. But if you want to become a member, I expect Susan's here. She can post a link or I can see if I can find it. Hold on. I don't see it. It is so, Janelle, they have 2 levels of monetization. The first level of monetization is 3,000 watch hours. Um, the first level of monetization is 3,000 watch hours and 500 subscribers. And when you reach that level of monetization, they turn on memberships and super chats and merch. And then to get to true monetization where you get paid for ads shown on your content, that requires 4,000 watch hours in a year and 1,000 subscribers. Okay, Muchiro, I hope you get better soon, sweetheart. I hope you get better soon. Bye-bye, sweetie. Bye-bye. Does that answer your question, Janelle? You was able to do it on YouTube on your Mac Mini, but you can't. No, you can't do it on the iPhone app. You have to go into Safari yourself. Muchiro, it's always good to see you, sweetie. 6 subs away from 400. That is excellent, Dawn. That is excellent. Has everybody subscribed to Dawn? Let's see if we can get her exactly, Susan. There we go. Let's see if we can get her those 6 subs. I bet y'all are already subscribed, but pop over there and check it out. Dawn does some great lives. Very similar vibe, I think, to what y'all get here. Um, she's laid back and it's a very relaxed vibe. It's a very relaxed vibe over there. For sure. So, thank you, Chica. Thank you. I'm sorry that Muchiro is sort of stream unconsciousness sometimes. Exactly, Dawn. That's what I feel about what I'm doing here, stream of consciousness. So I'll throw this by all y'all again. 396. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, don't forget to sub to Dusty too. Don't forget to sub to Dusty. I guess I was just watching a lot of folks who are much more hot-headed than I am and have much more aggressive protesting styles. Um, and really wondering where the function is. That's excellent, Dawn. That's excellent. Oh, yes, do not forget Pup Groomer. Do not forget Pup Groomer. Go subscribe to Jen. She deserves all the kudos for all of the investment of time and effort in creating signs that she's put into this community. It's just amazing. She should have all the subs. Dawn should as well. We all should have all the subs. So I was really trying to think with all of these really opinionated people. Maybe there isn't Dawn. You didn't need to do that. Thank you. Thank you guys for believing in me. I think I think this is thank you, Dawn. Oh, great, Kat. You like it when the mods put the links in the chat? It helps us technically challenge folks. It's really hard sometimes to find folks. Okay, guys, what do you think of this blush? I don't know that it even I just don't know that I'm getting much blushy out of it. I'm getting a lot of highlight and not much blush. I got all made up. You love your Fat Grammy? Fat Grammy is excellent. Excellent, Janelle. Really? There it is. Oh, you're so sweet, Dawn. Yeah, not much blush. Exactly. Exactly. Check my, this is natural light. This is a sun lamp. Dawn, you are almost there. You like the lipstick? This is Fenty. Look at this. It's so beautiful. It was a special edition. I can't read it without getting out my reading glasses. But it's Fenty. Look at that color. It's really nice. It smells nice. It feels nice. So all I gotta do is put on some lipstick for y'all and you're happy. Is that what you're telling me? The rest of it was yeah, I'm just not I'm really disappointed in the blush. Um, Dawn, this is a gloss. It's really just a gloss, so it does not. Did you, Chica? Lovely. It doesn't last very long. It's gonna get all over my vape. So it's transferable lip color. It gets everywhere. It's not, it is not a lipstick you put on that lasts 12 hours. How'd it make you feel getting all dressed up, Chica? I bet you were sexy as hell. Can't touch this, huh? Yeah, I mean, I will. I'll check the blush again in natural light. But all that I'm seeing is highlight. Maybe I just need to be a little more assertive with the blush. Spicy. I can pop them out on occasion. I try not to. Back in the olden times, us nightclub boys would wear eyeliner. You sure would, Cricket. You sure would. That's the extent of your makeup expertise. So yesterday, guys, we decked out the food and the dessert bar. Yeah, this is the new Rare Beauty one. That's a blush and a highlighter, and I got one color that's kind of a I got one color that's kind of a coral that shows up a lot more than this new one that I've got that's just pink. I mean, you can see the pink, but really it's the highlight that shows up. Let's try it in that lighting. See, it's even less. It's even less in this lighting. You think we need a reading corner? Lori, my eyes are hooded too, and I have a terrible time with eyeshadow on my eyes. Today I just did a quick little whatever. We need a reading nook. I would love a reading nook. Who's got suggestions for books? We could have a book club if you guys want. We could read Jenna's book together. Has everybody read Jenna's book? Or we could read Liz's book together. That could be fun too. Well, what would you like? Which one do you want to do first? You want to do Jenna's book or Liz Gale's book first? Wayne Goss is excellent, Dawn. Really, really good. As long as you can get it on Kobo so your sister can purchase it for you. Okay, we'll make sure it's on Kobo. We're not reading those books, Dusty. We're not reading those books. Ain't nobody got time for that. Sides. I think Jenna's got an audio version of her book. There you go, Cricket. Exactly. I think Jenna's got an audio version. And I'm pretty sure Hubbard's audio version would put me to sleep. And then I would need to do word clearing forever. Bad librarian, Dusty Bad Librarian Soda. You think you have Jenna's on Audible? Is it good? No, you're fine. You're fine, Susan. You're fine. Nothing to worry about. I didn't notice you being out of turn, Susan, at all. Okay, so how do you guys want to how do you guys want to work the book club? You want to have book club meetings once a week? We have a book club stream once a week. Let's read a chapter. You're here for the snacks. Well, I do try to label I do try to label my streams such that people know if it is a laid back hangout or if it's a study stream or if I'm actually protesting. Cricket, I love the super stickers. Thank you. Okay, Susan, I will put out a community post um, that we will have a reading group for Jenna's book meeting on when do you guys want to do the meeting? Sunday evenings? Tuesday evenings? When do you want to do it? Friday, Saturday, or Sunday evenings would be better because depending on how many chapters are in the book, this might go into fall quarter and I'm going to be teaching in the evenings next quarter. I'm going to be teaching in the evenings and I don't know if it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday yet. Sundays would work for you, Dawn? How do book clubs work? We just get together and talk about the book, Chica. I've never led one before, but um, we just get together and talk about the book and what we thought about it and what our impressions were. Dawn stalled at 398. Wow, 12 hours is a lot. Sunday is good? Okay, we'll do it Sunday. Is this time good, this 6 o'clock hour, my time? Not too late and not too early? Chica, I'm sorry your Wi-Fi is going wacky. I'll let you know when and where. I think we'll do it at this 6 o'clock hour on Sunday night. That sounds like an excellent plan. So we will have less than a week to start for chapter 1. Um, yeah, I think this is a good time too. It's not too early, it's not too late. Mhm. Mhm. It's not too late for the West Coasters or for the East Coasters, and it's not too early for the West Coasters. Sounds like a plan. Sunday night it is. I will make a community post this evening. We're going to call this as a first Minnesota goodbye, y'all. I will make a community post this evening um, that announces what we'll be doing and that anybody is welcome. I think that'll be a great fun thing to do. And everybody can join us. Listening to the book counts just as much as reading it. So please don't let it get in your way if you can't read it because I will be listening. That is for certain. Kat, you like the idea too? Excellent. Excellent. And I just promised you we'd have a book that you could get on Kobo. I'm sorry, Chica. How much does it cost to send you a book, Chica? Red! It's on Kobo. Said it was on Kobo. You work 90% of the time, you'll be here listening? Okay, Lori. You do work 90% of the time. I really worry about how much you work, Lori. It would never get to you. Mail is non-existent, but thank you for the thought. Okay, Chica. I'm really sorry. They had they had used books for not very much at all. Red, it's really good to see you. You came in, the first Minnesota goodbye was effective. Exactly. Hi, Kristen. How are you? I think it said it was available on Kobo, Chica, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I do have the ability to I do have the ability to purchase one for you, but if it won't get to you, then that won't work. Hey, Kristen, how are you doing? It's nice to see you in. We are doing book club. Yes, we are starting with Jenna Miscavige's book, Beyond Belief. Sorry, it's child number 4, wanting to know when they need home. Sorry, Dawn. Kristen, we're doing book club. We're going to do Jenna Miscavige, Beyond Belief, and the first meeting is going to be go down to the local org and tell them you're there to buy a book. Jenna Miscavige's Beyond Belief. You guys, I'm really sorry. It's that dead air problem I've got. It's the dead air problem. So we're going to meet this Sunday at this time, 6 o'clock my time. I will put a live stream marker up for folks so that you know where it is. I'll post it now and I'll make a community post. Exactly, Red. I've got some credits on Audible, even if I don't already have it. So we'll read the first chapter by Sunday night, y'all. And we'll talk about the first chapter on Sunday night and see what everybody thinks. I think it'll be great fun. I mean, it's not going to be great fun because it's not like a thrilling book. It's not about fun, but I think it'll be lovely to get together with all of you and talk about the book. Um, we got here because somebody said, I don't remember who it was. Speak up. Remind me who said that we needed a book nook. We need a library in the corner joint. We've got the food area and the dessert area and the bar. So then there was a request for a library nook. So now we have that was Chica. Okay. Now we have a library, and we can also wave our hand at the library and bring up any book we so please. That'll be lovely. And remember, guys, um, there might be folks coming who haven't had a chance to read the book, so mark any selections that you think are particularly relevant or important so we can talk about that. Your son, Uncle Dave, bought Jenna's book for you? That's so nice of Uncle Dave, Kat. Excellent. And now you've got a good reason to read it. Wonderful. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Especially if you haven't started it yet, Kat. This time I'm frozen. I'm not frozen either. I'm just taking a pause, thinking about what direction to go in next. I do remember bookmobiles, Chica. They were the coolest thing. They were like roaming libraries. It was so cool. I really loved them. Jen, how are you doing? Hugs to you as well. Minnesota goodbyes are working, y'all. Jen, we have decided to do a book club, and we are going to read Jenna Miscavige's book and meet on Sundays. You taking off, Janelle? We will see you later. We will see you later. It was so good to see you today. Thanks for all your help with the writing and formulating my thoughts. I really appreciated it. I'm just watching. Perfect excuse to buy the paperback. Excellent, Red. I've got an Audible credit. I know I've got an Audible credit. If I don't already have the book, I've got multiple Audible credits, so that shouldn't be a problem. The professional does a good job. Good, Cricket. Good. Indeed, take care, Janelle. It was really lovely to see you. Really lovely to see you. Wasn't time to record the audiobook. Wow. I've heard it's an excellent, excellent book. So I'm glad we're starting with that one. I'm glad we're starting with that one. So we've got a book nook. Does anybody want a movie theater? Wouldn't it be fun if we could watch movies together? I sure wish there was a way to do that. Broadcast licensing won't allow it. I think it'll be fun, Jen. I do think it will be fun. Only if there's popcorn. Oh, the best popcorn with real butter, maybe with truffles if you like. or with cinnamon sugar if you like. We'll have a kettle corn guy right on hand. All all delivery. Excellent, Dawn. Jen, wow, have you subscribed to Dawn? She needs one more sub to get 400 subs. Zebra popcorn, Jen. Okay, we got zebra popcorn. Sunrise Dawn, where have you been? It's so good to see your face. Yep, the second Minnesota goodbye, y'all. I tell you what, those Minnesota goodbyes, there it is right there above your head, Jen. Okay, Chica, we will see you when you get back. We will see you when you get back. Thank you, Red. Look at that, Dawn. Are you at 400 now? You were catching up on some streams you missed? Yeah, there was a lot today, wasn't there, Dawn? There was a lot today. There was Natalie and Poe and Nora and Reese. There was a lot. There was a lot. And there was Feral Cheryl on the Cultology twins. There was a lot of content today, wasn't there, guys? I am excellent, Dawn. Excellent. You are on the move, girl. That is excellent. I think she'll be back, Kat. I hope so. I hope so. I'm really glad you got to 400. This is the first stream you caught today? Okay, Jen. Dawn, while you were gone, I had the worst cold. Oh my goodness. Other nurses in the chat were concerned about my cough. Ah, your oldest daughter and her boyfriend came to visit, so you were offline for a little while. Nice. All you had to do was make some content? Yes, exactly. I am, you guys, I can't believe I'm halfway through the 1,000 watch hours I needed to get enough content. You're going live, Dusty? You need to start going live, buddy. Not right now, though. Yes, thank you everyone for subbing to Dawn. She makes great content and is enjoyable. I know, 51 away. 51 away and 500 watch hours. You're going to bed, Dusty? 51 away and 500 watch hours. I thought I wasn't at all worried about the subs because I figured the subs would come along with the watch hours. But now I think, Dawn, that I might get the watch hours before I get the extra 50 subs. My subs are actually falling. So 527 hours? Yes, Jen. That's excellent. You just got to keep at it. I asked Aaron early on, I hit one of his lives and I asked him, what do you do to get those watch hours? And he said, You just have to make content. Your daughter is 17 weeks pregnant as of today. They've determined that Grace will be a part of her name but can't decide the rest. I love Grace. I love Grace. That is one of the names I really considered for child number 4. 998 watch hours, Dusty. That is excellent. That is excellent. Are you going to bed right now, Dusty? I know it's late out there. It is excellent news. Way to go, Pup Groomer and Dusty. Indeed. Indeed. You just got home? Okay. Okay. We weren't sure if you were announcing that going to bed was imminent or just at some point later in the evening. Lily Grace. Lovely, Susan. That is lovely. I love naming babies. It's one of my favorite things to do. I am an excellent baby namer. Kat, everyone is doing great. Your first mother-in-law, your daughter's grandmother, went by her middle name, Carlene, but her first name was Grace. Grace Carlene is lovely. I really like Carlene too. I figured it was too close to Carrie. Carlene is too close to Carrie to make a name for my own uh, offspring. So it wasn't a name I felt I could bestow on child number 4 or any of them, as I considered, for the first 2, I didn't know ahead of time what they were. I knew ahead of time what their assigned gender at birth was for the last 2, but not for the first 2. For the first 2, it was a surprise. Your wife recommends David Sedaris. I agree, Dusty. David Sedaris is excellent. That's why they want Grace in her name. That's really nice, Sunrise Dawn. That's really nice. Dusty, maybe for the next book we'll find a book by David Sedaris. I think he's fairly prolific as an author, if I recall. He's got a lot of excellent stuff. Let me Your second was without an your second was without a name for almost a week because you couldn't agree. My second was without a name for almost a week because I couldn't come up with a name for them. It took me that long because I just wasn't sure. Wasn't sure it was the right name. So they had like a 3-day deadline or a 4-day deadline. Oh my goodness, Sunrise Dawn, that is not fun. You're more of a Dr. Seuss fan? Well, you can come join and listen, Dusty. I told everybody who's reading the book to pay extra attention and mark the passages they felt were important so that we can share them while we're talking. So if you want to come and participate, that way other people can participate a little bit more if we're sharing some of the passages that we found. Of course you'll listen. You're so sweet, Dusty. You're so sweet. I think it'll be fun. Orion maybe wants to come join us, y'all. Shall we see? Oh, oh my goodness, Dawn. Come on, come here. You're not going to come? No. You're going to go lay down, highlighting those in your book. Exactly, Red. Exactly. It is funny, Dawn. Baby girl Williams. I had that my second child came home that way. Just like that. Pretty silly stuff. Maybe what we need to lighten our load next time. Grover Fur. Who's Grover Fur, Kristen? That author I don't know. Do we need to put Grover Fur in the library? Your dad had to make up your name fast, Susan? Yeah, they give you a deadline. You can't take forever to pick a name. And if you don't do it by that time, they'll turn in the paperwork just like Dawn says. They'll turn in that paperwork and that'll be it, baby girl. Cricket, seriously. Her great grandmother was an orphan named Charity Foundling. Wow. Wowza. Charity Foundling. What a name. You do genealogy, Cricket? That's very cool. Genealogy is really cool. You learn so much about your family and your history. I think it's a really important thing. Yeah, it is cruel, Chica. It is cruel. People were thoughtless back there. Grover is not popular. He is very much disliked. Okay, Kristen. He does historical Russian research on Stalin, and he finds most of what we knew about him to be factually false. Ah, so very unpopular. Got it. I'll have to write that name down. Hold on a second. Let me find my notebook. Is he an apologist for Stalin, do you think? Is he an apologist for Stalin, do you think, Kristen? Or just finds that the record isn't what we thought? History, the English didn't pull any punches when it came to poverty, unfortunately. Exactly. You're the keeper of genealogy in your family? That's excellent, Red. I have a cousin who is the keeper of the genealogy, and she knows all the lines. We have huge family reunions. It's just lovely. You know a story of a girl, man, female because the family didn't understand English on the birth certificate and checked off named female and checked off female for the name. Wow, Amy, that's amazing. You know, all the dirt. There you go. He has a few presentations on the YouTubes. Okay, I'll take a look, Kristen. I like I like getting all the perspectives as long as the perspectives are developed and presented in a way that makes logical sense. Wow, your cousin did your maternal side before the internet. Amazing. Yeah, my cousin did most of her work before the internet as well, and the internet just made it that much easier to find people and find old lines of the family that had disappeared and bring people together and take part in genetic research. It's been really interesting. Just the record, he uses primary source docs and then also debunks the main anti-Stalin paradigm that happens with our main historians. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting, Christian. I will take a look. Today, foundlings can find family through DNA. MLH, man. How are you doing? How are you doing? I saw you out there this morning, man. Doing a great job. That chalk that chalk art was excellent. You made some excellent messages. Oh my goodness, Sunrise Dawn. She get her medicine? She get her medicine? You just missed Big Chief. He was in here for a little while, MLH. Okay, guys, it's time for the third Minnesota goodbye. No, there is no excuse for foundlings with the safe haven law, Amy. I agree completely. I agree completely. People should be able to turn their. I do got a book called Stitch and Bitch behind me. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. She managed to bite the hubby's finger. I am so sorry, Sunrise Dawn. I do have a book called Stitch and Bitch behind me. Big Chief is a good dude. Big Chief is a big, good dude. Indeed. It was good to see him in here. It was good to see him in here. Jen Wow was in here just a little while ago. This rolling cast of characters we got running through the corner joint. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing, you guys. These soirees just go on. Hey, Orion. Everybody wants to see you, buddy. Come here. About the third Minnesota goodbye, the party starts popping every single time. So, what else is there to say? I think we've covered pretty much everything today. We're going to have the book club on Sundays. I need to make a community post and schedule a live. It'll be at 6 o'clock my time. Everyone wanting last call. Exactly. Exactly. And a banana cake or banana cream pie, Chica. One or the other everybody wants. Are we serving up? What's everybody want to drink? You don't know why this particular cat gets tapeworms and hookworms the worst when all the cats are indoors only. Oh, gross, Sunrise Dawn. I'm really sorry about that. That's a pain in the patootie, so to speak, for sure. You'll take a margarita? Margarita for you, Mexican long hair. Who else is serving up? I've got, you want a margarita too, Susan? You guys want on the rocks? With salt, without salt, blended rocks? How do you prefer them? I like mine scratch with a Cointreau float on the rock with salt, please. I'm a little prissy about my margaritas. Dark rum straight up. There you go, Chica. Absinthe. Cricket. Absinthe. That sounds excellent. Rocks and salt. Good, Susan. Cricket, you can partake in however you want to partake. You do not require to partake in alcohol, and since it's just virtual, we're going to make your absinthe perfectly non-alcoholic absinthe. Ta-da! It is done. Strawberry daiquiri blended, please. Nice, cat. She's been dropping weight fast. You know that girl? I am that girl. You want a strawberry margarita? A side of 420, that's what I was pulling out, MLH. A side of 420 for sure. With some fluff from my pocket. A side of 420, we can absolutely. Oh, now the word's not going to enter my head. What is it for what there's a word. There is a word for a side for smoking and drinking at the same time. Crossfaded. Crossfaded. There it is. It came up. Your decaf coffee with lots of cream and sugar and a side of 420. Okay, Red. If the weather cooperates, you'll live stream taking Cheryl to the beach on the boat Thursday. Also squirreling at Flag. Pocket fluff does get you messed up, Kristen. That is excellently true. You're going to live stream taking Cheryl to the beach on Thursday? That is excellent, Dusty. I cannot wait to watch that. 420 is pretty cheap here in Massachusetts. I don't know. This is an ounce. It's a disposable, and I think it cost me $30. So I call that um inexpensive enough. It lasts me for a couple of weeks. You'd be sitting here in prison if you had 420. I'm sorry, Chica. The laws really need to change. I love seeing the beaches in Florida too, Red. MLH, I kill anything I try to grow. I tried to grow my own. I've got a whole setup, but I have not succeeded. I have not succeeded, and I rent my yard out to folks who come and use it um, for their dogs. And so I can't, since since people are coming in, strangers are coming in and out of my yard all the time. I can't grow it in my yard, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate. You want to go to Florida? I'd like to go to Florida too, Susan. But I keep telling myself, if I go to Florida, I may as well have gone on the cruise. And so that is kind of what's holding me back. I would like to grow outdoors too, MLH. You too have a brown thumb? Yes, I kill everything. Dusty, I'm so glad you love Florida. $30 an ounce, you'd say don't even bother growing it. I get it in concentrate, it's $30 for an ounce. I mean, it it could go up to $50 or $60 an ounce if you want special stuff. Probably 45 is closer to a regular price, but $30 for an ounce of concentrate, I think, is an excellent price. And I tend to smoke concentrate. If all I had was flour, then I would smoke flour. Hey, did you guys all see it? We got a new bud tonight. Oh, and who got the gifted memberships? I forgot all about that. Who got the gifted memberships? It doesn't say. Dang it. I don't know who got the gifted memberships. I hate that you can't scroll back all in the way in the chat. I think that is just a terrible, terrible thing. That's nicotine. That's 420. You have a brown thumb too, Sunrise Dawn? Hey, Orion! Orion! Chill. Hey! Hey! No. Bring it here. I may have to go get him, y'all. Okay, that's enough. So I'm talking 420 and nicotine. What do you have questions about the nicotine one? The nicotine one costs about 15 bucks when I buy them online. They last me, I think, about a month, but I'm not a heavy smoker. I can, I mean, I don't know what the laws are in Florida. Yeah, you should. This is much better than cigarettes. It doesn't stink. It's not, you don't have ash, you don't have waste. It it it's much better. Um, do they have vape shops in Florida, Dusty? Because you could just go in. This is a geek bar, and they have like 15 or 20 different flavors. But they even have tobacco flavors, Dusty. If you want a tobacco flavor instead of a fruit flavor, a tropical flavor, watermelon or cherry or fuck, they've probably got cookies and cream. Your doctor said for either Nick or 420, vaping is better than the old fashioned way. Okay. Yeah, they don't seem to get as upset with me for vaping as they do with smoking. Do you want me to email you the link where I buy stuff, Dusty? Yep, Geek Bar Pulse. You can get weed delivered to your house? Wow. I can send you the link where I buy my stuff, Dusty. I buy them online because they're much, I can go into any smoke shop and get them. Um, but they're between $5 and $15 cheaper online. I just have to plan for it. You can't buy flavored vape. They tried to prohibit it here in Oregon, Cricket. I'm not sure if the Geek Bar Pulse, um, here's my email, you guys. Kristen, go ahead and email me. That is fine. I mean, it's easy enough to find a place, but these are the places that I've found that have selection and um no menthol cigarettes. Yeah, they tried to do that. They tried to do that here in Oregon, and hand to God, luckily it went down in flames. It's not enforced. Otherwise, I would have, I mean, what are they going to do? I'm going to drive across the border to Washington or down. Yeah, make sure you use 3 Ns. Canada Bland flavored cigs, that's awful. Vapes are much harm reduction. Much harm reduction. Yes, Kristen, don't forget the 3 Ns and Ann. I thought I was being clever, but then I didn't remember how many ways there are to spell Carrie and how many people might be just as clever as me. And so it is a difficult email. I think harm reduction is really, really, really important. It's like having places where people can tir you liked the tiramisu, huh, Dusty? It is kind of a process. That's why it might be easiest for you to go into the vape shop first rather than buying online, because you can tell them what flavors you like and um you can tell them what flavors you like and they can recommend some things. Because it's not you got to buy it to taste it, which is kind of a bitch. I've spent more money than I care to admit on vape flavors that I do not dig at all. And that is not fun. Luckily, my son also vapes, and so I generally pass them on to him, and he's pleased to get them, eldest child is, but nonetheless, it is It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Vape flavors, exactly, Red. You're just taking a chance whenever you do it. There was some advantage to vapes being the way they used to be when when you had non-disposable vapes and you could taste, they had samples, and so you could taste what the flavors tasted like before you bought them. That was one of the advantages of the old style vapes, the non-disposable vapes. Now the flip side of that is the damn cores would go through. Yes, there used to be vape bars. Indeed. Indeed. Not so much here in Oregon, but I know that that was a thing for a while. And I find, by and large, that the vaping handles my oral fixation. Hell, if I could find the flavors, all of my old style vapes, all of my old juice is set at 0% nicotine. Vape Cloudboy, I think they still have those, Kristen. I think they still have those. I'm pretty sure they do. Um, all of those juices are all 0% nicotine because all I wanted it for was the oral fixation. But the disposables are so much more convenient, except for the finding a flavor part. You used to make your own damn coils with a drill. You did the books for one years ago. It's very fun to congregate with others. So cool, Red. You made your own damn coils with a drill. Wow. And then you put cotton filler. That is intense, Kristen. Very intense. I think my old rig is intense as it is, and it's just an old smoke rig. That's all it is with but I could never find coils that didn't taste nasty too quick. I've used the drill like that to make coils, but for jewelry, not for vaping. The cherry bomb is excellent, Kristen, if you can find it. They have they have a cherry flavor that I haven't tried. This is a special Sagittarius cherry bomb. And it is excellent. The other thing that's nice about these, I don't know if you guys notice, it tells you what the percentage electricity is and what the flavor percentage is every time you take a drag. And it also is adjustable whether you want big smoke or medium smoke. So that has a much tighter draw and blows much less smoke than this. That one blows more smoke. So you've got more vapor coming in. That is what I like about the Geek Bar Pulse ones. Red, what do you use? What vapes do you like? What flavors? I'm curious. We are over time, guys, so this is the last. I like the mint ones. I like ones with a menthol backing. That needs power. Everything needs power nowadays. That's why nothing's happening with that. Flavor fruit cereal and granola bar. Interesting, Red. They have a granola bar flavor? Who's got a granola bar flavor? I know they have fruit cereal flavors. They used to have when they had juice, when I bought juice, they had some excellent, excellent fruit flavors in juice. Harder to find it feels like it's harder to find a good selection of flavors in disposables. Yogi has a granola bar. Okay. Where'd I put my notebook? Yogi vapes. Granola bar. That just sounds interesting. Really interesting. Have a wonderful night, Sunrise Dawn. Tell Mom hi from us. All our love to you. Sleep well. Don't stay up too late. Oh, Red. Are you still vaping in a rig, Red? You're not using disposables? You guys, that fourth goodbye is always the hardest one to do. It really is. It feels like we get fruit cereal is the closest. Okay. Still a rig. Okay. What kind of rig are you using? I may go back to my rig for a little while. We'll see how I do. I have it. Goodbye, Chica. It's been lovely. Thank you for spending your time with me. It's always nice to see you. Ah, priv something. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Well, everybody, have an excellent evening. Thank you for coming to the corner joint and hanging out with us. Thank you for helping me to reorganize my thoughts about what neutral means and how to we smoke coils. Okay. And how do we um, serve the entire community appropriately if that's what we're going to do. I'm not sure that I've got it all down yet, but I think we're getting there. So thank y'all. Have a good night, and I will see you later.